Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwino Kwodi, they talk about land grabbers wey dey for Edo State. He say it is a fight against land grabbers, not a fight against us. Make I leave you with Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwino Kwodi. Make you for hear the message we bring come today.
A great good morning to ever conscious adult people worldwide. I remain my humble self, the honorable right activist, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwino Kwodi, Coordinator General Edo Diaspora Connect Worldwide, the CEO Stanley Sadi Enterprise, in fact, the CEO of Woman Edo State. I think it is very, very proper for me to come out this morning to as well address some key issues that brought us on the spot. As we speak today, I want to make some clarification. This is not a fight against individuals or friends. This is not a fight against families. This is a targeted fight against land grabbers in our contemporary urban society. I think the statement land grabbing is a little bit cumbersome for some persons to understand what it entails. The need for me to break it for even the average Edo citizen to understand what it means has become so imperative. When you say land grabbing, you are talking about forceful entry, taking over lands that have been sold in the past. Now let me break it down. Mr. A sold the land to Mr. B. Instead of Mr. A to take off his eyes from that land that has been sold, owing to the fact that you have received the proceeds from the land, you come back again to call Mr. C to buy the same land. You come back again to tell Mr. D to buy the same land. You come back again to tell ever 5 persons buying one same land. At the end of the day, these 5 persons who bought may not have access to the land until the highest bidder comes from somewhere to pay and take over that particular land. We are quick to accuse other persons of fighting for money, taking money for protests. If we choose to tread on the path of corruption, we would have been beating the support, would have been supporting the health economy, because he has so many 100 by 100 to give. He has so many money to dish out. We'll be clapping. We will not stand on the part of the people to say we stand to defend the people. No. We will stand to defend the health of Horomi, and we will say the protest will not continue. But if peradventure we choose to jettison all these merits, all these rosary benefits, and stand on the part of the people, it therefore means that integrity is there. Let us not deceive ourselves if we truly love the people as we claim. Now, let's be factual. Who is the target of our businesses in Edo State? How many man or woman in Edo State can actually do a CFO if not Edos in the diaspora? How many man or woman can actually buy land in Edo State if not Edos in the diaspora? Let's be sincere. The difficult part of life is that it is difficult for so many people to own up to the truth. I have never come here to tell anybody that I'm perfect. You are dealing with one of the most imperfect humans on earth. But the truth must be said. How on earth will you open your 2 eyes to support a man who openly took over people's land? About taking over people's land, we overheard a case where a man came all the way from Warri to buy a land in Okoro. He said Ohe sold the land while he was the youth chairman or whatever, thereabout. And later, it became the Ohe. He took over the land. The man said, "You sold this land to me, please, let me get my land back." He said, "Go and bring the sum of 1 million." The guy paid the 1 million. They took over the 1 million. They didn't still give him the land. Love that up. And you are telling us to keep supporting that. Okay, now they collected the woman's land. The woman was able to cry out publicly. All the those around the world supported. And you said we should settle this one peacefully. What about others that have been injuriously affected? Are we saying let's adopt ADRO and allow the oppression continues? If what we are fighting for our agitation is very explicit, we are fighting to put an end to land grabbing in Edo State. We are not saying give Mr. A his own and let Mr. Big One die. If we had agreed to settle it in peace, secretly, it gives the Ohio of Okoromi more strength to continue to intimidate the people. It is not peculiar to the Ohio of Okoromi, but it is conspicuous and glaring in that particular community. Let us not be in haste to try to tarnish other people's image. We fought to ensure that at the end of the day, an average Edo man or woman can live in peace. And let me tell you, land grabbing can create huge unemployment. The number of development in the Western world in respect to employment generation is not the number of employment created by the president or the governor of the states. It is the number of SMEs that grows in such a state that gives room for the private sector to create more employment in a state. Government responsibility is to create an enabling environment where employment generation will thrive. How will you have enabling environment in Edo when you have land grabbings? How many investors are willing to come and invest in the states to create an employment as we speak today? Because of the fact that the Edo cheese is in operation. Some of us have indirectly created employment to people. White people have created employment to Sakuno. Now, if we fail to stop this, how on earth will you now generate the kind of employment? And let me tell you the resultant of unemployment in the society. It gives room for both juvenile delinquency, but today we have what we call juvenile and adult delinquency in our society. Criminality is everywhere. Believe you me, when somebody is engaged and there are daily income of even as low as 1,000 naira per day, and in a month you receive 30,000 naira, believe me, the person will not have the chance to engage himself in a crime. And I don't mind is the devil's workshop. You are saying courtesan is bad, courtesan is bad. It is true. But when somebody has nothing to do, it gives room to receive call to say, see what we want gather. But when you are engaged, you are called to say, see what we want gather. You are going to tell them, please, I am very, very busy for now. We have so many vast Edo youths that have engaged themselves into courtesan. But if they have something doing, you will not know that courtesan will change from killing of human being into a club of enjoyment and greetings. Because if everybody is economically empowered, they are going to come on Sunday to say, bad, na me one bad to this one say, na me one bad tomorrow. But in a situation where everybody is plagued with economic imbroglio, what do you expect? So this is not a fight against friends or supremacy to say na me great pass, or for us to take credit as one of the best in Edo State. No. It is a fight to address the wrong in our contemporary urban world. We all have experience. To me, persons will say experience is a great teacher. I have refused to agree to it. I believe that experience is a hard teacher because it teaches you the consequences of every action. Now, let's take an example. I experienced Mr. A being shot because Mr. A stole somebody's property. That's a hard teacher. I've learned. Ah, man, this guy go down. I know try him again. So that is my philosophy. So I think the idea of trying to paint ourselves and not make it look as if it is not a war within us, it's unfair. It is unfair. Except in our hearts and mind, we are trying to please the people, whereas in our mind, we are supporting the grabbers in the state on the basis of either because we are Togberians or because of the amount of proceeds of corruption that will benefit from these communities. If the whole world cook for you, it's different from when one person cook for you. How much you want to give me? If it's too much, go say, oh, come and take this 1 by 2 in so and so place. Then this 30 million. That money we finished. But you know what is integrity? It gives you more opportunity to eat till you die. Influence is stronger than money. Somebody can engage himself in something to say, okay, I want to go and get this thing. He will be moving from pillar to pole. He has the money to pay. But somebody can sit in his house and say, Mr. John, I'm sending Festus to you. Please help me. Festus will go there without dropping a dime. He will get the benefits. Influence is better than money. So this is not a fight against us. If we truly love Edo people, if we are not pretending, may God not allow us pretend in Jesus' name. If we are not pretending, let's stand for what we believe in. I hate no one. I told you that my mother is a teacher. And the woman that took her land in Okoromi is a teacher. And for those who have been following me, you agree to the fact that I have been talking about Owen of Okoromi and Awogba even before the woman came to cry out. Because of the experience I have in respect to the activity taking place in Okoromi. I told you all that I have over 12 CO4 applications. Our client, as we speak today, the same people who sold land today want to take the land. The other one in Arogba, you sold the land. You are now encroaching because you are collecting a fee from a fence compound, breaking the fence. What is the level of impunity that we are talking about? Is that not an impunity? Where we have governments in the state. So when we are saying, I love Obaseki, and don't must succeed, we should be able to speak the truth to power where necessary. If you love Obaseki and you want Obaseki to succeed, support him to fight all these miscreants. Because if at the end of the day, Obaseki refused to fight this miscreant, even with the amended 2021 PPP law, the image of Obaseki will be destroyed. And if the image of Obaseki destroys, you that supported Obaseki, that influenced the world to support Obaseki, believe you me, your image will be destroyed. I did not promise Obaseki that I'm going to destroy my image for him. I promised him that I'm going to deliver him to become governor of Edo State. I have a responsibility to protect my own integrity because the time is coming, I may be governor of Edo State. So I will fight as well to protect my integrity. When God and man ask in the future, Osakunokodi, what did you do when the injustice was on ground? I will not even speak. People will be bringing facts and figure in respect to what I did to ensure that El Dorado becomes the template for all common men to strive in our contemporary urban world. I am not telling you that I don't like money. I am not telling you that I don't need money. But I don't need evil money. I have never collected evil money since I was born. I don't need evil money. I am not desperate to make money. Mr. A just too bad. Me and you know say this thing when Mr. A do not good. We just come out with a supporter because Mr. A won't give me money. No. We are not against anybody. Please share this video. I am not against anybody. And let it be known to all that it is not a fight against friends. It is a fight to put an end to land grabbing in Edo State. So let us not try to turn it, except if we have love for land grabbing. Let us be open to say, I stand for land grabbing. I will say, I stand against land grabbing. Let it be open. Let us not say, I did. No, you will just come out openly. I stand for land grabbing. When you must have succeeded, you cannot tell me that I support you. Now let's go back to history. Those who first of all raised the issue in respect to Okoromi, stating that the Okoromi is not a community, even if they dash them land in Okoromi, they cannot take this, came out again now to begin to support Okoromi. Now when we have succeeded, they are saying we stand to support. No, let's act. Inconsistency is bad. Yes, we are humans. At times we might be inconsistent. Nobody is perfect. But let's say it as it is. From the beginning to somebody called me to say, in fact, I want to tell you now, so many emissaries came to meet me in respect to this issue. I told them point blank, I don't hate Ohe of Okoromi. I don't hate him. But you cannot expect a physically challenged man will do like this. Waste, under a normal situation, if a physically challenged man chooses to look at his disability, he's not supposed to even figure money. A physically challenged man fought with his disability. He turned it to ability to raise money. He built a house. Even if said that physically challenged man buy land from thief. And you can't come and say, now thief you follow back. Are you not supposed to renegotiate with that man? You went ahead and demolished the house. The girl who won't not eat food to a belly. I started as an activist. I joined politics. I turned myself into a political activist. So as a politician, at times I would want to check something properly because where every citizen is talking about a better future in respect to good road, lights and water, don't let anybody deceive you. The average politician is thinking of the next election. But the activist in me will not allow me to see gross injustice and begin to clap. It is better you withdrew than for you to come out to openly support gross injustice against your own people. If all the land where they those stay the season, who want follow me? Who want follow Sakonoko the Bella? Who want follow Sakonoko to see your food? If all the lands, the way it been and say we support grabbers, who want follow Sakonoko the Bella? Who want follow to see your food? So if you are fighting for those people, you are indirectly helping yourself. You are not helping me. You are not even helping them. You are fighting for yourself. Because at the end of the day, now who will not secure go do see your food? Now you go do survey. Now you go even say, I want buy. If I have a friend, I want to buy land in Benin, the pay tell me say, so I will not buy the one I buy the thief, I'm not going to buy again. So if we fail to fight to sanitize the environment, we are creating a gateway for us to be broke. So we are not helping them while fighting for them. We are fighting for ourselves. That is the truth. We should be happy to say we have been identified as one of those that must fight for them. I'm not saying I don't like money. Anybody not contradict me. I like money, but I don't like evil money. I don't like evil money. It is not a fight against us. When we did succeed, the fight they go to put an end. The image of those where they fight to put an end to the injustice is being targeted by those of us who say we support. No. If Osakodopode is destroyed, if the like of Professor Iwere is destroyed, if the likes of Master Scholar Adebayo is destroyed, if the great comrades on ground, their image is destroyed, who will then fight the fight? That is to say, even if we are coming out to use our tongue to superficially support the protest, in our mind, we are destroying the characters of those who are fighting to ensure, which will eventually result to a situation where the injustice will remain. So to some of us, we are extremely intelligent to know the game plan. We cannot be deceived. Let me tell you yesterday, while we were waiting for the deputy governor to come, because he told us about 1 hour he's going to be around. We are aware. We already know that some factors have been celebrating that if to say deputy governor not come out yesterday, social media would have been agog. The same set of people did all they could to ensure that the police prevents us from protesting yesterday. We hate nobody, but if you truly stand to defend the Do people, stand and remain fair. Let us not whip up unnecessary sentiment to say Mr. A is good. I am not telling you that I'm a good man. Even if somebody's land is taken under my administration, I should be able to come out to say, let's settle it. Madam Beg, Oga Beg, see this next one, take her. Now we say, oh, wait, where your people should come out? The press. Are you getting the point? That is the injustice in it. My brother, no worry, we will find another land. You will see what will happen. We don't know, say that so it be. See. Oh yeah, take. Now we say, you cruise. No, see, no state in the state. Edo State already has a government. No other person be government for Edo State. Anybody, regardless of who you are, if you are caught engaging in such misconduct, you must face the full wrath of the law. So it's not a fight against friends, except if we have strategic interest in the land grabbing activity. I just want to be laconic and direct to the point. I want to say a very big thank you to you all. As we speak today, we are talking about the implementation of the PPP law. People are not concerned about who will become member of the committee. Is the committee the issue? Forget to become the member of the committee. Let's stand as a watchdog to see what the committee will do. Let no one want to be member of the committee so that everything is all about what is the game in the fight. Are you concerned about the game? Let the government use their discretion to decide who becomes a member of committee. Why we stand to ensure that things are done rightly. I have said it before, I'm going to repeat it. Since after election, I let 3 times I don't go government house. Since only people even the one that say, Congo, why you never go government houses when they don't start election? Let me tell you. Obaseki did not make a simple promise to me that when you first finish the position, I want to give you. He not make up. And no one day say after fight, even the day when they do inauguration. When they say they want to eat for government house, but thank God congratulations. I was not there. And I watch out for live video. I not go. I know some people prefer it. Then they call me, they'll say, come. I'll come. I know the drag say, no be with you, huh? No be with you, huh? Then they see me. No. I know some people prefer it, my brother. If you have seen me in government, I said I've gone to government 3 times. The last time was a meeting between me and the SSG. He was busy and we not coffee meet. That was the last time, which was a few months ago. Call the whole of them and ask them, they are government officials. Ask even the deputy governor. They know me in person, but I've never one day called any of them on phone. Apart from my personal relationship with the Secretary of the State government, that's even grown beyond politics in Edo State. And my father, the State Senator, Ege Edogo Samuel. Ask. I've never called anyone, or even sent the governor a WhatsApp message to say hello. Hey, I've not done it. I have never done it. Let's set our priorities straight. We know they do Antara. Not because we don't like Antara. Who they do Antara, not criticize them. No. But others prefer it to say, now we. I know some people do. I don't know how to do it. So we should not concern ourselves about the committee. Fight. If you are deserving, you may be contacted. If you are not, fight to curb the injustice in the land. That is the goal. It is not a fight against rain. It is a fight against land grabbing. Thank you, Sakunokudi. Bye for now.
I beg, help us share this video. If you get anything to add join wetin Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwuno don't talk, you fit put am for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for dey hear all the things wey dey happen for Edo State. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.